Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna and today I am going to be sharing with you my November book haul. This will be my channel's first book haul and I'm really excited. So without further ado, let's get into it. These are all of the books that I have purchased in the month of November. The first book that I have here is The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. And I've heard some really good things about this book. I know that it's about a young woman. It takes place in Amsterdam, first of all, but it's about a young woman who gets married. She receives a wedding gift from her husband, which is a exact replica of their house, but it's a dollhouse. So she goes and seeks out mini furniture to put in the house, and there's a mystery surrounding it, and it just kind of takes off from there. I'm really excited about it. I've heard some really good things about this book, so I'm excited. The next book that I have is a book that I've actually already read in September, I want to say, and it was just so good. This was probably the first book that has ever really made me cry. I don't generally cry while reading books, but this one, I turned to my husband after I was finished reading it and I was like, I'm crying over a book, and he was like, what's the big deal? And I was like, I never knew this, you don't understand. But anyway, so this book is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, and this is about a young boy named Connor, and he's visited by a monster, and I really don't want to say more than that because I don't want to spoil it. You really just need to read it, and it's a short book, relatively short book. It's full of illustrations, and it's just so truthful and emotional and just real. It really gets into the heart of grief and love and what it really means to love someone unconditionally, and it's just really great. I highly recommend it. The next book that I have to share with you is Snowflower and the Secret Fan. Now this takes place in China, and it is about these two women who write notes to each other secretly on these fans, and it's supposedly based on a true story or a true aspect of Chinese culture. I really don't know too much about it other than the fact that I'm really excited to read it. This popped up as a recommendation for me on my Amazon account, I think, because I really loved The Bone Setter's Daughter by Amy Tan, and it just popped up and it sounds really, really cool, and it seems really relatively short, so I'm excited about that. The next book that I have to share with you is a book that I've heard amazing things about. I know it was popular a few years ago, I want to say, and that is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. This takes place in Iceland. It's about a young woman who is on trial for murder, and she is being held in this house with this family, and it's supposedly a slow burn, but really focusing on character development, and I've heard that it's great, and I saw it at Half Price Books for $2. I was there on a trip during Thanksgiving. I went to Kentucky for Thanksgiving with my family, and I saw that there was a Half Price Books nearby, and I was like, guys, we gotta go. So we went, and $2. Next, I have also got a Half Price Books, and it has a really ugly price sticker on it, but who cares? This is The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, and this is about an older gentleman. I think he's older. He owns a bookstore, and it's not really doing very well. He lives by himself, and I believe it's one of those stories that is just for book lovers and about opening your heart again, and I'm really excited to read this one. I've heard some great things. Yeah, The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. The next book that I have to share with you, I have heard just astronomically good reviews about, especially from Molly over at Molly Reads. Check out her channel, it's awesome. Love her videos. This is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, and this takes place in Barcelona in 1945. And it's about a young boy who discovers this book called The Shadow of the Wind, and he is enamored by it. He wants to read all of the books by this author, but he discovers that they are being systematically destroyed by someone. So he seeks to solve this mystery because he just loves this book, and it's another book for book lovers, and I just love that. Probably my favorite genre ever is books about books. or books for book lovers. The next book that I have to show you, also from Half Price Books. Thank you, Half Price Books. You're amazing. This is Blue Like Jazz by Donald Miller. Don't know too much about this one other than the fact that it is basically a commentary on Christianity, but from a non-religious perspective, I believe. I just know that it's been really popular, and I know a few people who have read it that have said that it was really interesting, so I'm excited about it. My husband liked it, so there you go. The next book that I have is called The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield, and it is another book lover's book, I believe. I'm really excited about it. I do know that it's about a writer, and she is seeking to write about her life. Really excited about that. And the last book that I have for you is called The American Heiress by Daisy Goodwin. And I do know that this is about a young woman named Cora, and she moves from New York over to England after she gets married to this young lord, and it's supposedly supposed to be really good, especially for Downton Abbey lovers, which that's me. So I am super excited to read it. So there you go. That would be my November book haul. Those are all the books that I purchased in the month of November. If you would like, leave a comment down below, and I would love to talk about books with you. Thank you so much.